Mas vai chegar.
Good evening, everyone. We will now begin the evening service of the Miroku Association headquarters, expressing our gratitude to God and Meishu-sama for blessings and protection received while participating in the construction of paradise on earth. Amatsu-Norito and Miroku Prayer, please stand. Taka amahara ni kamsumarimasu. Kamurogi kamuromi no mikoto mochite. Sumemi oya kamu izana gino mikoto. Tsukushi no gimuka no tachi hana. Odo no awagi harami misogi harai kamo. Toki ni narimaseru. Paraido no o kamitachi, moro moro no magagoto tsumi kegare o. Parai tamae, kiyome tamae, tomao suko tono yoshio. Amatsu kami, kunitsu kami, yao yoro suno kami, tachi tomoni. Amen no fuchi koma no mimi. Urita tete, kikoshi meseto, kashiko mi osu. Miroku o mikami, mamori tamae, saki hae tamae. Miroku o mori tamae, saki hae tamae. Oshie miyoya nushi no kami, mamori tamae, saki hae tamae. Oshie miyoya nushi no kami, mamori tamae, saki hae tamae. Gum nagara damachi hae mase. Gum nagara damachi hae mase. Great God of light, creator and giver of all life, in accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan and for the privilege of channeling and receiving. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified as we live your truth given to us by Meishu-sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light, so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized, with health, peace, and prosperity, a reality in our lives. Great God of light, bless and protect us. Radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your great plan. Please be seated. We will now receive group Johrei. May God and Meishu-sama bless you. Johrei is now concluded. We will now teachings. The essence of faith is to behave in a civilized manner, extending courtesy and consideration to all. The cause of all disturbance in the world is failure to practice the common principles of courtesy and respect toward others. An ideal country, a utopia, is a place where people are courteous and observe order, where all live in harmony in God's peace and love. Since ancient times, it has been said, God is order. Indeed, this is a very important law that we should apply in every part of our lives. Throughout nature, we see how everything moves in accordance with this law of order. Think of the four seasons, for example. After winter comes spring, followed by summer, autumn, then winter again. In Japan, plum trees blossom first, then cherry trees, then wisteria, and then irises. By maintaining this sequence of birth, growth, death, and rebirth year after year without deviation, nature teaches us the importance of following the law of order. In our daily lives, too, there is an orderly sequence that we should observe, individually tailored to guide our correct conduct and activities. Order is the way of truth. So, to violate this law puts one out of harmony with God. Ignorance or indifference to this law will not absolve someone from the consequences of negative behavior. The difficulties one experiences in a life hampered by turmoil and confusion. Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for attending this evening service where we had the opportunity to pray for our ancestors, for our families, loved ones, for all those connected to us, and all those who are going through so much purifications at this time. So we pray for all of them. And also to continue our evening service, like to ask you to bear with me for another 5 minutes, where we will be studying a little bit of Meishu-sama's teachings. Today's teaching is talking about illness. And Meishu-sama begins sharing a poem that starts saying like this: How foolish it is to try to cure illness without really knowing the true spiritual cause. Illness is a cleansing action, a purification of one's spiritual body, one of God's wondrous blessings. Life comes from God. Only God can make it whole. Humans alone cannot create life, nor can they cure physical illness on their own. A human being consists of two things: spirit and body. Since the law of the spiritual preceding the physical is a universal law, the spirit is of primary importance, while the body is actually secondary. The spirit should be transparent and pure as in its original state. But when toxins occur in the physical body, they are reflected on the spiritual body as clouds, spiritual clouds. And I've been always talking about this because it's so important to understand the cause of all miseries and sufferings lies on these spiritual clouds. These clouds, opaque spots on the spirit, they are the true cause of illness. Once these cloudy or opaque spots are removed, illness is healed. And this is the principle behind Johrei. That's why we channel Johrei. That's why we transmit this divine light to clear away one's spiritual clouds. And that is the true healing. The spiritual purification of clouds results in a physical purification of the toxins, which must be dissolved and eliminated. So Johrei helps to burn all the toxins in our body, and it helps to eliminate, to purify all the spiritual clouds in our spiritual body. This process in the physical body, followed by discomfort and pain, is called illness. But illness is only the symptom appearing on the surface, and the true cause is inside the spiritual clouds. So that's why we need to first take care of our spiritual condition. And Johrei is one method of eliminating those spiritual clouds. It's not just a healing technique. It's a way to bring you and I to happiness. So Johrei helps to purify those spiritual clouds that we accumulated many reincarnations before. We brought it from our previous lives. Spiritual clouds that we accumulated and we created in this life. Or spiritual clouds that we inherited from our ancestors. Those spiritual clouds, they will materialize somehow as a way of purification. So in order to purify them, there is a method that you can faster and in an easier way purify those spiritual clouds, which is by Johrei. And also, when you do when you help someone and someone, that feeling of gratitude transform into light to your, that also helps you to purify your spiritual clouds. Or when you begin to appreciate beauty and art, all those practices help to eliminate those spiritual clouds. Yet, those toxins that we have in our physical body, that has to be also cleansed with Johrei. The purification process will occur to eliminate those physical, those toxins. But it's good to always try and do the best you can to eat healthy foods, to take care not to pollute your physical body. So that's why Meishu-sama talks about natural way of growing crops, nature farming. As much as you can, try to have more organic foods or foods that you know that has not so much chemicals in it. So you take care of your physical body. At this time, the more Johrei you receive, the more you take care of your physical body, your immune system will be stronger and stronger. And that's the teaching for today about illness. That is a way of purifying your physical body and your spiritual body. I wish you all a very good evening, and I hope to see you tomorrow at our morning service. And the end of this weekend, on Sunday, we will have our monthly appreciation service here at the headquarters. But I see you tomorrow at our morning service, where we will be listening to some faith testimonies. Thank you all very much and have a good evening. With this, we conclude our evening service. Thank you everyone for joining us and have a blessed day.